right.
Oh, here we are.
Here we are. Come rain, come shine. Rapaport's reality. Welcome.
Welcome.
My name is Michael Rapaport.
And I'm Kebe Rapaport.
And this is Rapaport's Reality, the podcast where my beautiful wife, Kebe, and I discuss all things reality TV, all things popular culture, and a few important things about our relationship. If you've never listened to Rapaport's Reality, welcome. If you've never listened to Rapaport's Reality, subscribe, rate, and review. Why? I am not totally sure, but I know it helps the algorithm. And also follow us on Instagram at Rapaport's Reality. How you doing, babe?
How are you doing is a better question. I know that you're not feeling so hot.
It's just a little ear, nose, fortunately not throat, but a little ear, nose.
I'm telling
cloggy.
You've had a sinus infection probably for a while.
Yeah, but we're fixing that. We got the antibiotics going.
Good.
We are in New York City, where the city is on fire because of the New York Knicks. And we don't talk sports on this podcast, but it is a popular culture
How can we
moment.
avoid it? It's the biggest thing that's happening in the city since 1997. You like that?
Are you noticing all the Knicks jerseys, Knicks hats?
Yes, and the hats. Last night we were at Tribeca and watching a film, and our friend had a Knicks hat while she was working. I thought it was so cute. In fact, when I got my first New York Yankees hat, is that what I have that everybody wears? Because you're not really a guy who's attracted to women in hats, I feel like.
But I like you in a baseball hat. I don't like the jazz hats.
You don't like the jazz hats with the big right?
No disrespect to the great Luann de Lesseps.
She always wears. Yes, she's a good example of somebody who wears a hat. Well, I don't wear those hats, but I wanted a baseball hat, and I got my first one, and now I'm addicted to these little caps. And I asked you at the time, babe, I want to get a Knicks hat, and you were like, no, that's corny.
Yes,
you remember that, right? So now my question to you is, if I get a hat that has like the Knicks, the whole logo on it, is that corny, or do I look like a bandwagoner? Like I've just jumped on?
Yes, you look like a bandwagoner.
But I'm not a Yankee fan, and I'm wearing that hat.
Yeah, but that New York logo, you know that is considered in design the world's most recognizable, popular logo.
Right. It's like the McDonald's
Yankees.
M, right? Yes.
The thing about the Knicks logo and the Knicks hats in general, I'm sure now they're coming out with every single kind of.
That's what I was thinking. Could be fun.
Up until we made the finals, I always felt for a woman, you know, like they're a little tacky. You know, they
there's
could be
a lot
big.
going on, right?
Right. I know you want it understated and subtle.
Yes.
But you have your cool Seidelman Stables,
Siegelman
Stables hat, which is super
very
hip.
cool. Yes, this is a cool brand.
Very cool. Very
hip. A lot
hip.
of the NBA players are wearing this brand.
And the hip in the know people. So you have that.
Okay.
And I'm seeing, of course, it's so cute when you see like the babies and the 2-year-olds.
Yes.
But what's even cuter, or just goes to show how dire it is as New York Knicks fans, when you're seeing people 70 plus.
That's amazing.
In Knicks jersey, forget the hat. The hat's fine. It's the summertime. People always wear hats. You want to wear, but when you're in a fucking jersey and you're 70 plus years old, and I'm not talking about a t-shirt. I'm talking about the jersey.
Really?
The actual. I've seen
this?
Not even grown men. I'm talking about people
Older
on the other
men,
side.
Yes.
Older
That's
gentlemen.
Funny.
Like, for me, I'm 56. I'm still Michael Rapaport. I'm still cool.
Yeah,
and even
if you walked around with the Knicks jersey, like the actual jersey, it would definitely give me the ick.
No doubt. It would give me the fucking ick.
I'm not even cool with grown men having logos.
You don't like anything logo.
On your t-shirt, although I see you just were talking to me about like something that you would want to wear, something you would wear, and you referenced Jay-Z's look. So I got on the internet and I saw him in a t-shirt with like green, like khaki kind of pants. He looked cool. He's got the glasses and the hat. And like, because I'm my husband's stylist and I'm failing miserably.
No, you're doing good.
No, it's you have the clothes and you don't wear them. Like last night when we went out, I was like, whoa, what? You look
we didn't know what we were going to.
I know,
also.
but you tend to want to just go for comfort. And the other night you went out, you had to go do an event. You left here looking
it's the
like
heat, though.
I know,
when
but
it gets hot.
The other night you had to go speak somewhere, and you looked, fine as fuck. You look so hot.
Yeah.
But going back to say Jay-Z had a cool t-shirt on with like a Brooklyn. It said Brooklyn on it, like in an artsy
He
way.
also is Jay-Z. Like, you could put on the exact wardrobe Jay-Z has. It could be fitted to me or anybody else, and you're still not Jay-Z.
I know, but you're Michael Rapaport. And
Yes.
by the way, you have to. You just don't own clothes. You don't care. So that's the problem. You're just not. You're a comfort
I need
guy.
a summer though stuff because I got stuff for fall, winter, like dress up
Yes.
shit. I need something
Your
when it's a
summer,
little warmer
yes,
because
exactly.
it's not swamp ass season.
No.
But it is officially pre-swamp ass
And we
season.
definitely have. You have to promise me in front of an audience, babe, that you're going to look nice when we go to LA for the teen cancer thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna get something nice. I'm gonna get something nice. It's always a challenge, and that'll be definitely hot. So I'll figure that out. But New York is buzzing, and the question that I have for you. Well, actually, I'm not even gonna ask you, babe.
I have the question for you.
Nope. Sorry. Well, go ahead. Go first.
Well, on the subject of the Knicks, all things Knicks in New York City, we have the third part of the reunion of Summer House coming on Wednesday night, and it will conflict with the game.
Pause in Summer House.
Yes,
I
I agree. Because
we've dibbled dabbled.
you're right.
We've missed the first quarter.
Yes,
This is a different level. we're
right.
in.
I agree. I'm with you.
The Summer House reunion has superseded expectations.
100%. And I don't even know if 3 will be more of a rounding up. And what more drama can there be?
It's just more bashing.
More bashing.
And, it's coming from all across the table. If it's not KJ, it's Dara, who came in there and just fucking laid it down. And, we rewatched Summer House Reunion Part 2 Uncensored. And it is always fun to hear them cursing because
Yes.
the beeps, you imagine what they're hearing, but when you actually hear them
Yeah.
fuck,
Yes.
and you fucked him, and,
Yeah.
that's what they're saying.
Yes.
You fucked her. and
Right.
I didn't know you were fucking my best friend. and
Right.
Go get your fucking, be
Right.
a fucking man and all that stuff. It is superseding all expectations, but that Dara, is it Dara?
Dara, I think Dara.
She came in there and it was like like some kind of Broadway monologue. It was like what's that movie with Marlon Brando? Not on the waterfront.
Streetcar Named
Desire shit.
Totally, 100%. You know what? I'm not feeling the KJ Dara.
Did you see his new video? His song?
The singing?
You saw
Yeah,
KJ put
man.
out a song?
Yeah,
That's when you got to have the homies. That's when you got to say, you know what, let me call somebody who I'm not getting along with. Wes, what do you think of this song?
Well, babe, you cannot when the kid is living on the edge and he's
You
not,
could be like, this seems like a good first take. Keep working on it before you want to do a fucking video
Do
and
you
put it
actually
out.
want to try to hurt his feelings, given his mental state?
I would be constructive and be like, yo, I'm a bro. And I think that this song's not good. And I don't want you to get fake, false love. I want you to maybe collab with Jesse Solomon. We work on it. We tighten it up. We get it like something. That's what I
think you're a good friend. And it seems to me that he doesn't really have any friends on this cast because I was like, what is happening? I thought it was like a spoof.
Me too. I think Jesse Solomon shit's a spoof. And we fuck with Jesse Solomon.
And actually, he went to music school.
I think Jesse Solomon has a career as a songwriter because the content of his songs that he's put out ain't bad.
No, the melody on the song, even though the one song that he put out, I don't know. See, it's unforgettable.
It ain't that good.
Right?
It's not fucking Stevie
Right,
Wonder.
exactly. I don't know. Listen.
First of all, he can't sing. Second of all, he looks crazy singing. Like he looks like a Saturday Night Live. It looks like
a sketch.
Like one of those sketches they used to do. But he might have a career as a songwriter.
I agree.
Like he could write something for Michael Bublé.
Right. Totally.
Like you give it to Michael Bublé and let him Bublé
I know,
it.
but you know what? I hate to poo-poo on people with a dream. You don't know how long he's been dreaming. He obviously went to music school. I'm speaking of Jesse. Then he got on the show, and probably as soon as he got on the show, he knew he was going to use it as an opportunity for his music career. He had cancer,
right?
So this is a person who's going to live and grab life by the balls. So good on them for doing it. I think Jesse more so should pursue it than KJ. Like KJ, this is definitely this is amateur hour, and this is like maybe he learned when he was away at therapy that he should delve into something creative that he's always wanted to do.
That doesn't mean you got to put it out.
It doesn't mean you have to put it out, right? Until it's ready. Until it's ready.
Hey, listen,
I agree.
You could take a cooking class. Doesn't make you fucking Chef Boyardee.
I agree.
But the answer to the question is we have to watch the Knicks game 4 in New York. Pray for New York if you're not in New York. Because if the Knicks actually pull this off, the city is going to be nuts. And there's always going to be scumbags
that want to make it not fun.
And I'm really hoping that there's no kids, younger people that climb a pole or do something that could change the course of their life. Because in San Antonio, some kid was climbing something, he fell, and he's in terrible shape. And you always hear, like, in Philadelphia, this happened, and in Buffalo, this happened. They won the championship, and they burnt this. And people, I really hope that the kids, the younger people in New York are safe when, because it's not about if, it's when the Knicks win the championship, and they are going to win the championship. And we will be putting Summer House, as fun as it's been, we will be putting Summer House episode 3 on pause until the Knicks do win that championship. I have another question for you, babe.
Yes.
And I know you don't have the details in your head right now because it's been a few years. Do you think the Vanderpump Rules reunion finale of their last season is better than this Summer House reunion? And I think this is the finale as a show as we know it.
Yeah.
Because the Vanderpump Rules finale reunion was excellent. It was dramatic.
You don't even have to finish, babe.
What do you think is better?
Vanderpump. 100%.
Why do you say that you think Vanderpump?
Remember, we had the individual, interviews. We had Rachel in the trailer, separate, watching. Right. We got to see her watching it while they were watching it. She had to be separated from Sheena Shea.
Right.
We had a lot of dynamic and a lot of extra insight. I really feel like Andy should have took these two yahoos aside and talked to them, Amanda and Wes. That would have been so fascinating because he can't form a sentence.
He's
to save his life.
Like up.
He's constantly bullshitting. Babe, how much did you love? Because I know you're the king of all things like nicknames and shorthand. Lindsay, Mother Hubbard's shorthand of calling Wes Pathy.
I liked it a lot. Do you think she created that?
I have never heard it before.
That was pretty sick.
It was sick, right? I liked it.
She called him a Pathy, and she did this shit like everybody knew that.
Right. She just threw it out. So maybe amongst the younger crew, this is something you say. You don't want to fully diagnose him as a pathological liar, so you call him a Pathy.
I love that.
I thought it was brilliant.
I was actually a little bit jealous because I do love a good nickname.
Yes.
And I do love getting them if anyone has for me, or I do love giving them.
Right.
And obviously there wasn't a nickname, but I loved as a slang.
Yes,
a Pathy.
Slang and yeah.
It was very good.
A shortcut, or what do you call it? A nickname.
But these 2 episodes of Summer House thus far have been extremely good. The difference is, number one, the show Vanderpump Rules, again, is the greatest reality show ever collectively because of the years and years and years and years and years. And because of the humor of Lala and the humor of James Kennedy and the humor of Schwartz.
Yes.
And the not on purpose humor of Sandoval.
Right.
Because he was banged up.
He was banged up. Oh, man.
But
poor
at least
thing.
you could laugh at him. Wes, there's nothing funny about him. It's pathetic.
He's pathetic and pathological. Like, it's terrifying, actually. I have so many feelings about the second part that I'm really happy to watch the game instead, because I cannot sit and watch these 2 people not take accountability or take half-ass accountability and roll their eyes. And also this whole thing of being the persecutor, the person who commits the crime being the victim. I can't watch that. Like, it incenses me. It's giving, and I hate to use the name Karen because there's Karen in my life that I love, but it's giving that kind of Karen. You run up.
You mean white girl Karen?
White girl Karen. It's giving that like complete and total unaccountability. You've caused the fire.
They've said everything wrong.
Everything.
West and Amanda have said
everything wrong.
Every time they say something, it goes. It backfires.
But the tears, Sierra's not crying. I mean, and then to watch, honestly, which a lot of people probably thought it's sweet that Kyle is tearing up when he sees his wife, because she's still his wife, getting persecuted.
Yes.
And he's like, stop. And it's like, come on now. Like,
I understand that part.
I do, but I'm with Sierra. You
Yes,
roll
I'm with her
around in the
too.
mud, you get dirty. Like, that's my thing.
I get it.
Man up and take it. When you did the crime, you knew this was going to happen. So you got to prepare yourself to sit up there and go like, yeah, I fucked up, but I'm into him.
They
Straight
haven't
up.
been coached, and they're
No.
coaching each other. And
No.
when they took the break and they're in there, it's all bad. Another thing that we just watched.
Wait, I just want to go back and ask you one question.
Yes, go ahead,
Because
Dave.
I think you early on said that it wouldn't last. Are you still there?
Definitely not.
You don't think
Wes
it's going to
and
last?
Amanda will not make it to July. They will not make it to the big inaugural 250-year celebration
Of America.
The big, the party with Vanilla Ice. I guarantee you, they will not be watching fireworks.
Even though they have such intimacy where Amanda can spit into Wes's mouth?
This is going to change so quickly. Once this reunion airs, I'm predicting 2 to 3 weeks. Maybe they might make it to July 4th. They won't make it to August. Once this reunion airs and it dies down and the heat is off them a little bit, because it will get off them a little bit, because we'll move on to other shit. That will be the end of it. And I guarantee you.
I liken it to, what's the couple on the news together, the black
Yes.
guy with it? And
Maybe they. Well, then
and
you
look
have
at
to,
them. They're on to the altar.
What's my man's name?
I don't know.
Troy or.
It was the black guy with
Yeah,
the white
yeah,
girl
yeah,
on the
yeah,
news
yes,
in New
yeah.
York, right? And they cheated
no one
on
thought
their
it was gonna make it.
Yeah, and they cheated on their spouse. Nobody thought
This ain't gonna be that.
Really?
No.
I kind of feel
That was
like
a grown man, despite the fact that, like,
Right.
this fucking guy Wes is. We liked Wes in the beginning.
He's a total fuckboy.
He's a fucking
and
clown.
And you said it to me the other day. This guy doesn't want a relationship.
Hell no.
By the way, how insulting is it though that he was like, "Oh, I don't want a girlfriend. I don't want a girlfriend. I don't want a girlfriend" on television about Sierra, who he was like, googly eyes for.
He got himself in a pickle. That's what I'm saying. He's just like, I'm trying to show Amanda and everybody that I'm not a bad guy.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, this will not. I'm going to change my prediction. This will not make it to August, because I don't know the date of when episode 3 airs. It's going to be 2 weeks of people figuring out what the fuck happened. We'll be on to something else. And then it'll be Wes Wilson was spotted with a blah, 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 blah. Rumors are that her and Amanda Batula, him and Amanda. Trust
So
me.
you're saying August
August.
after July 4th. Now
They're going to actually go to the Vanilla Ice. They're going to watch that.
Vanilla Ice.
Because Vanilla Ice is performing at the Trumps, or he's not.
Those
it
people
doesn't
are
matter.
going Trump's
I'm
250
just
years.
saying that's the thing that people are talking about, the 250-year celebration. Another thing that we watched that was very frustrating, and it's frustrating for everybody. There's a 3-part Michael Jackson trial documentary, and Kebe and I watched it straight through, and it's, again, very disturbing, very frustrating, and because, of course, Michael Jackson's life ended at 50.
I know.
That's crazy.
I know.
We're
I
older
know.
than Michael
I
Jackson.
know. We're
But
older than how long he lived. Yeah. I did not like that documentary.
because of what?
I mean, it was well executed, as these Netflix docs tend to be.
They have it down pat.
They do. I just can't do Michael Jackson anymore. And the what ifs and maybes, could have, should have.
It's too much smoke.
It's too much smoke, and it's just too much smoke. I don't know how you can watch this documentary and not go like yeah, duh. Like
Something was happening with somebody.
Yes, of course. I mean, he's got the bed in the attic when the kids described his penis. They got the suitcase with all the porn. Like, yes, there are creepy people out there that love fame that will get in bed literally with somebody famous because they're famous and let their kids get in the bed. But 2 things could be true at once. There could be slimy people out there that will use fame to get close to someone. That famous person also could manipulate them, then also do something to their children. And the people could look the other way until they realize there's a lot of dollars, right? All of the things could be true. Fame and this kind of talent does not make you exempt from mental illness. In fact, you're more primed for it, I would say.
I've always been a believer, especially with famous people, where there's smoke, there's fire. When they first started saying that Whitney Houston was on crack,
Yeah. Okay.
who could even fathom that?
Right.
Miss America.
Totally.
The girl next door with the
Totally.
golden voice.
Right.
I remember when they started saying Bobby Brown was on crack. My friend, Boubert, may his memory be a blessing, he told me I was in Boston and I sold Bobby Brown crack. And we were like, what the fuck are you talking about? He was like, yo, I'm telling you, he pulled up in a gold Mercedes and I sold Bobby Brown crack. And we were...
Some of our listeners are saying, well, Michael has a friend that sold crack.
Yes.
Yes.
But this is a fact. He told me I sold crack to Bobby Brown. This is the 80s.
Right.
Everybody sold crack.
No,
but I remember we were like, and this wasn't a person who we ever even thought was a liar, but it was so far-fetched.
Right.
It was like Bobby Brown, New Edition. There was no internet. You didn't see him the way he is now with the Bobby Brown jaw and all that stuff. And then he got with Whitney Houston, like, she's on crack. You're like, huh?
And then we all, when they did a reality show together, got to see with our own eyes that, oh, Bobby.
Hell to the no.
Hell to the no.
They were geeked out.
On crack.
And of course, she unfortunately died of, some sort of overdose, drowning in the pool. In
the bathtub.
In the bathtub. The point is, in regards to these famous people, we collectively, you try to go, no way, there can't be. This person, the thing about, fame also, especially in the late 80s and 90s, if you were successful and famous, they would say you're gay.
Right.
This was with everybody. Some of them might be gay, some of them might not be gay. But I remember there's certain actors and they were saying, oh, this person's gay, that person's gay. And I'm like, this person is not gay. Just because they might be effeminate, just because they might smoke cigarettes a certain way or whatever the fuck you might think, doesn't mean the person's gay. But it was like a status symbol. When you make it to a certain height, you're gay. Even with athletes now, they're like, he's gay. And I don't know why that happens. The point of the matter is, I
think that the world, we like to right size someone who's made it to the less than 1% mountaintop, and we want to humanize this incredible thing that's happened to someone.
Yes.
And I think the opposite is true. Somebody with that kind of like infectious, I mean, you see kids now 2 years old, you turn on Michael Jackson, they're head bopping. Like there's something in the music that made everybody a fan.
We covered the damn movie.
Yeah.
We went to the movie. We were mesmerized and it wasn't even the real Michael Jackson.
That's right.
Just those fucking songs.
That's right. So I think we go, yeah, I don't know. It's like the OJ theory. OJ could not have done it. And I was like, damn well, yes, he did.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Immediately, I was like, yeah, it's okay, guys. He's a human being.
Yes.
That's really, really fucked up.
Really fucked up.
And flawed. And it's really plausible that he went to his ex-wife's house, who he still had it for. She didn't want to be with him because he was a dick. And she had a guy over and he lost his shit.
Now, one of the things, I don't feel like you take me seriously or go, really, babe, enough when we're watching these Michael Jackson things, especially with these documentaries, and they show inside the house, and I say I was in that room.
I know every scene.
I feel like you're like
I was
thinking
there,
I'm bullshitting you. But I just to remind folks.
Well, I was side eyeing you because I was like, "What the fuck were you doing there?"
I was there with other people, but I was in that house. I was in that house with I was in the house. I was in the video room. I was in the arcade.
Did you see that actual bedspread?
I was not in his bedroom. They were like, "You can't go upstairs
okay.
there." But we did go upstairs where there was it was like, at the time you'd refer to it as Blockbuster. It was like a Blockbuster video thing. And all those videotapes.
Oh, you went in that actual room.
I was in that.
How do we know those were like actual movies of like actual movies?
I don't know. I didn't touch them. There was always somebody around, but they were making us like feel at home. And I was in I guess it was his office where he had tons and tons and tons of photos and the baby dolls. And I remember one time I was looking through the photos. It was like Michael Jackson with every single person you could have ever met. I mean, every president, Sammy Davis Jr., Red Fox, Muhammad Ali many, many, many times. Like every James Bond, like Farrah Fawcett, like throughout his life, he had so many of these photo books. And I was by myself flipping through them going, this is fucking crazy. Like I remember saying, this is fucking crazy. But I feel like when I tell you, oh, I saw that, you're never like...
Do you want me to be impressed?
Do you think I'm making that up, babe? I spent the day at Michael Jackson's house.
Where's Michael
babe.
Jackson?
He was out of town. It was something with Kadada Jones and Rashida Jones, and it was Jay-Z's people, everybody but Jay-Z, all his crew, all the people that are still around him, me, and it was like, I'd say 12.
Right, that's when you and Jennifer Meyer, the jewelry designer.
She was there.
Right.
And I was at Michael Jackson's house for the
whole...
And
you were how old?
Shit, I don't know. This is 2000. I could look it up. But we watched the movie Charlie's Angels.
In there?
in the screening room where he had the beds. The beds were beds were behind the glass. We saw the beds, multiple beds. I was in that shit.
Why do you have beds in a screening room?
Because they'd have sleepovers and there was like 6 or 7, 8, 9 beds.
So bizarre.
Behind the glass, and they were fucking serving. I mean, the service in there, there was cookies and chefs and a cookie chef they would literally said, "What do you want? You could have anything you want." And these are all New York guys. We were like coming up with the most insane orders to see if they would come, like shrimp with this kinds of stuff. And motherfuckers would an hour later, this shit would be out there.
That's amazing.
Anyway, that really happened, and I was in his house. But I just feel like when I say I saw that, I was there, babe. You never sort of.
I don't know why. I think it's kind of interesting.
Anyway, enough with Michael Jackson, but if you want a documentary about Michael Jackson and that trial and the verdict and the allegations, watch this one. Have at it. We collectively as a couple, the Rapaports, Kebe and myself, Michael Rapaport, must come clean with you, the listeners, despite the fact that on the last podcast we said we're not fucking with Love Island, despite that I publicly, with my face on wax, said I can't do it.
Yeah. Listen, babe, and you sprung it on me because we were in bed and you just popped that shit on like it was nothing. I was like, oh, we're doing it? We're doing that? We're going there?
We are up to speed.
We're right on time. Oh,
in
no,
real time.
No, we didn't see Sunday.
Babe, we've watched 8 hours of Love Island. 8 fucking hours of Love Island.
It was 4.
4 episodes and they're like an hour and a half each.
Right, okay. Oh, they're so long.
They're fucking long.
Listen, we're watching it and I'm like, I don't see the star here yet. I don't see the cast before was so incredible. We had Leah and Miguel. It was my favorite. They're so cute. But I don't see who I'm going to walk away going, wow. Like I just adore these kids. And I don't know. I just am not.
We keep watching this shit.
I don't know. I think there's something to it. I think the voiceover is funny. I think there's some kind of pacing to it. The colors. I think the sound. I think it's like brainwashing.
And we're watching it reluctantly. Other people are not being like, we act like we're like gun to the head, have to watch it. Like,
I don't know why we're doing it. Why are we doing it? Because we have FOMO.
It's easy to watch, too.
Yeah, but so is Below Deck, and we can catch up on that.
We do need to catch up.
Sandy's back, and I think she's coming back. We got to get into our Below Deck.
I just wanted to acknowledge, because we were so brazen
and
so braggadocious and so like better
we're
than like
above this. Yes,
it sucks. It's not as good. Why are we? It's a detriment to society, and here we are up to speed.
We're up in it
with Love Island again at 56 years old.
Yeah, it's sad.
Another thing that we have to share that we're watching, and we're again late to the party because Euphoria, all season, the finale,
the 3rd season,
came to an end because we don't follow the trends, we make them. We have started watching Euphoria from the beginning.
Yes, because we started the first 2 episodes of season 3 and realized we had tapped into Euphoria when it first came out. And we were very uncomfortable with watching young kids be sexually exploited and do drugs. And I probably, for a very good reason, I didn't say this to you, but I think it's because we had kids back then. That was in 20, like that age or younger.
Yes.
It was very uncomfortable. Now that your kids are grown, my bonus kids are grown, I don't think we feel as, but still it's very uncomfortable to watch. And we've talked about why the Sam Levinson wrote this and the messaging that is the opposite of what we're seeing. Because I'm like, does this glorify all this stuff? Or are we saying that
by proxy it does?
By proxy it does.
Whether you want to or not.
Yeah, because it's so well shot and
the
everybody's
fucking
beautiful.
Songs and every shot is like the lighting and
it's gorgeously shot.
They're at a carnival and there's fireworks and there's Ferris wheels.
It's incredibly well done.
Beautiful looking, and they got a soundtrack. Every fucking song they want is boom, and they're all pretty and handsome. And it's crazy. I know inevitably it's supposed to be like like this is the wrong path to go down.
Tale, but it seems
there's dicks and it's
everything. There's everything. There's everything. There's everything that you would probably try to shield your children from is in this show. So no wonder why it was so controversial. We stopped watching. But Are you happy that we're watching it again?
Yes.
Or you want to continue? Okay.
The reason why I like it, I love the cinematography, I love the acting, and I just think it's a very, very well done show. I just also like the style of the way it's shot. Like I said, the acting is really good, and I just think it's provocative. I like a show that, like, you're like, even
Makes
if you're
you think.
like, what the fuck is this? Like, I
agree.
It's not like, it's a little unpredictable. I just think it's well done. It's a well done show. And also there's not that many episodes to catch up on.
And
even
it's
though
been a
3
long
seasons.
time since we've watched a true show, a theatrical show.
Do you enjoy it?
I do, but I don't know if I'm getting older, and I don't know, the hypersexuality and the controversy and the idea of like sodomy and rape and this kind of stuff is
It's
like
it's
it's a lot of heaviness and a lot of I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, we're filling our brains with so much garbage.
But then we do the lighthearted stuff with Below Deck, because those are shows.
I love that show.
Just good time.
Yeah, those are fun. But I don't know. We're consumed with a lot of stuff, a lot of entertainment, and I like to go back to like real art, movies, and things that really provoke the intellectual center, like that part of your brain.
I agree. Anyway, make sure you tell a friend who tell a friend about our podcast, Rapaport's Reality. Subscribe, rate, and review, as I asked before. And make sure you follow us on Instagram, because we will be back next week. Hopefully the Knicks will be champions, and we will be discussing everything and anything, including the grand finale of the 3-part reunion of Summer House. You look really nice, babe.
Thank you. I hope you feel better. I love you.
Love you, babe.